Hello YouTube, this is Frugal and welcome to Frooglesim News for today, Sunday, February the 22nd. Now, I'm going to let the video that you're currently watching run while I get a couple of announcements out the way, then I'll explain what that video is. First announcement, FS2Crew have just announced that the 777 version of FS2Crew now supports Prepared, which means if you are one of the guys that bought PMDG's update for Prepared of the 777, you can now use FS2Crew with it, which is fantastic news. The next update, equally fantastic, is Active Sky Next, or more appropriately IFly Simulations, just announced or released the open beta of Active Sky Next for both FSX Steam Edition and for Prepared 2.5. This is a huge deal because Active Sky Next is the main app that has stopped me switching to FSX Steam Edition and to Prepared 2.5. Worth noting as well, I did download the betas for both of those platforms, and I was running at the time though Prepared 2.4. Active Sky Next Open Beta, or Service Pack 2 as it's officially known, does not work with Prepared 2.4, at least I couldn't get it working. So Active Sky Next as Service Pack 2 available from the link in the show notes below. FS2Crew's update for the 777 is available from your FS2Crew account at fs2crew.com. Now onto the video that you're watching. This is a new video from Matt Wagner showing DCS World 2.0 and in particular showing McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas. It is absolutely massive, as you can see. It has a lot of static vehicles, static cars in parking lots. You can even see vehicles on the different levels in the multi-story parking lots around the airport. Most interestingly of all, I think, is that as he flies around, you look at that scenery and the static objects there, you actually see reflections from ground objects. So you see light glinting off windshields and roofs of cars and things like that. That's going to be very, very useful in a combat arena with DCS World 2. If you're getting reflections from the ground, from metal objects on the ground, that's awesome. Also, you'll notice in this video, Vegas is in the background. It's pretty detailed. In fact, overall, the level of detail in this video is absolutely stunning. And it's great to see yet more DCS World 2 videos coming out, really showing us what that platform can do and what to look forward to. I can't wait! Anyway, moving on, this is an interesting one. Aerosoft just announced Flight Tales 2 Adrenaline. Now, I wonder on the timing of this, because Flight Tales 2 Adrenaline is a set of 16 high adrenaline missions for FSX, and it's been released pretty much the week or 2 weeks after Dovetail's own Dangerous Approaches. This one takes a very different slant, a very different angle to the whole mission thing though. You get new sim objects, including a Bell 222, the max thrust rocket car, there's a powerboat, a jetpack, and there's even a base jumping suit in it. The add-on also brings with it scenery enhancements for key areas in Singapore, Bolivia, Chile, Mexico, Bhutan, India, and China. Among the missions, there is even one to do base jumping, which I don't think I've ever seen in FSX before. The whole thing has professionally recorded music and voice, as well as a detailed manual, and some of the missions look really interesting, including Grand Canyon racing, extracting peacekeepers from a war-torn area in the world, parachuting somewhere, and of course, flying helicopters inside caves. Flight Tales 2 Adrenaline is available from the Aerosoft shop at the link in the show notes below. Next announcement, IFly this week made available their 747 for Prepared. Now, if you already have the IFly 747 version 2, in FSX, you can upgrade to the Prepared version, or even FS9. You can upgrade to the Prepared version for just $19.95. It's a weird upgrade system. What you need to do is go to Flight One's website, download the full installer for the Prepared version of the IFly 747, then download a coupon. And then what you do is you run the installer, and when you run the installer, you click on the coupon button, then find the coupon file you downloaded. It's all very obscure and strange, but it does work. I've done it. That's the video you're looking at below. The IFly 747 version 2 for Prepared has the same feature list as before, including an interactive configuration manager, a detailed tutorial and manual, but it should be noted not quite up to the level of PMDG's documentation. The aircraft has 2D panels as well as a virtual cockpit. I know a lot of people, even today, still miss having 2D panels, so that's great. Has a working weather radar with predictive wind shear, which of course relies on Active Sky Next. All the AFDS autopilot modes are fully modeled in this aircraft as well, and it has a sound set from TSS, which is supposed to be amazing. More information and a download link at the link in the show notes below. Next announcement, Labeo have just released the Cessna 207 Skywagon for X-Plane. Think of this as a stretched Cessna. It has an updated GPS, obviously, from X-Plane 10.3, Supports scroll wheel at last, has a regular and bush version of the aircraft, and is optimized for frame rates. They have some neat effects in here as well, including a volumetric side prop effect, which means if you look at the rotating propeller from the side, that rotating blurred prop gets thicker or thinner based on the pitch of the propeller itself. Has high-res texture set, an accurate flight model, and is available from the Labeo store at the link in the show notes below for $29.95. Now finally, still on X-Plane, RW Designs, which is Rob Wilson Designs I think, has released the Twin Otter for X-Plane 10. Has a highly detailed cockpit, multiple liveries, and includes no less than 4 versions of the aircraft. A version with wheels, a version with Tundra tires, a version with floats, and a version with skis. 4K resolution textures are used for all 7 liveries, and all 7 liveries also work across all 4 variants of the aircraft. For my liking, it's a little bit clean and shiny given that the aircraft is such a workhorse, and to be honest, it actually doesn't feel, and I've got that in air quotes, doesn't feel as accurate as the Aerosoft Twin Otter in FSX, but I can't exactly put my finger on why. I have been spending some time with it, hence the video that you can see running below, and there is a full review coming very soon. But in the meantime, if you're interested in checking it out, head to the xplane.org store at the link in the show notes below, and RW Designs Twin Otter will set you back a paltry $27.95. That's it for me for this week. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, and thanks again also to all of you who contributed to the success of this channel. We recently broke 40,000 subscribers, which is incredible. As always, my name is Frugal, and until next time, I'll see you soon.